Hello everyone and welcome to the map Hard Lead. Joining me here in the upper left corner for this professional match of StarCraft 2 is the Red Zerg player, a previous world champion known as Reynor. And the Protoss opponent warping into the bottom right corner. The blue robes, the wall of Protoss. It is ShoWTimE. Reynor versus ShoWTimE. Hopefully, what will make out to be a beautiful macro-oriented PvZ or ZVP, depending upon your chosen flavor, of course. The probe. Already out, being problematic. Doing what probes do best, I say. How's your day going? Not as good as the probe's day is going. Not even gonna try and mess with the drones. ShoWTimE is. No. I'm just coming to steal a little bit of minerals. That's it. You know, just have a great day. Because on the other side of the map, Reynor is doing a proxy hatchery in the natural, forcing some probes off the line, forcing out a zealot. No wonder ShoWTimE was a little too distracted. This hatch is gonna have to be canceled. The drone, get out of there. The zealot, hot on the chase. Reynor, 6 health, 7 health. Nexus is gonna go down. The drone almost dies again. Back up to 5 health though. From proxy hatch to attempted gas steal. Come on. The zealot just send it across the map. ShoWTimE thinks. ShoWTimE does. Okay. That's fine. It's not really going to be very helpful for just chasing the drone around. What's the drone gonna do? What, make a hatchery? Come on. Not at this point. Very, very unlikely, I think. The zealot enters the natural. How will Reynor respond? Reynor's already got a few lings. Unfortunately, though, the zealot's gonna be backed up by this adept. And things are not looking great for these drones. 2 of them already gonna go down. Reynor does save that third. Adept is fully surrounded, picked off. The zealot's in a great spot with that mineral line. The drones. A third drone gets picked off. Looks like this one was taking apart some of the shields and actually made a bit more progress than I think it probably should have. The adept ends up shading only about 1 yard away from itself, moving that shade around. Why the drone is still alive? Who knows? Reynor constantly moving it around though, making sure, keeping tabs on whatever ShoWTimE's up to. Sad drone. Avert your eyes, Zerg players. The drone has been slaughtered. For what? Charged guilty for just trying to make a proxy hatchery. Oracle, the Stargate is the tech of choice for the Protoss. No real surprise there. The Oracle, of course, very, well, for lack of a better pun, adept at scouting and early vision. Just like the adept counterpart, I suppose. Looks like we are going to see more than 1, though. At least 2. Okay. Spore crawlers already on the way, unless you're in the natural, where there's just plenty of queens to offer up a sassy defense against that Oracle. ShoWTimE's third base on the way. A couple of adepts might be looking to just keep an eye on that, make sure it's defended. Looks like not just a second Oracle, we are going to see a third on the way here. And these very likely to go into the main base, try and get a few drones. The queen slightly out of position. There is the 1 spore crawler though. lightning fast pickoff. ShoWTimE not even wanting to overstay the welcome either. Just making sure to get a couple drones, a quick double tap there, 2 drones picked off, and then get out. It's better to keep the oracles alive, and I wholly agree with that thought, that assessment. Nope. Turns it on. Not going to find much damage though. Okay. Well, they will be joined by a few adepts here. ShoWTimE, a bit more forces out on the map than I expected. Perhaps trying to make sure this early third is defended by the best defense. Offense, of course, as you know. Yeah. It looks like the plan behind this is to at least go into a blink-related ground composition. More gates are coming up. Getting the robo, very likely to see a prism for support. So the oracles, the adepts out here, they're just buying time. They're just keeping Reynor on Reynor's side of the map, making sure Reynor isn't up to anything, shenanigan filled, anything that he shouldn't be. Where's that third oracle? Still with 0 kills. Haven't missed any kills on this one. It has been flying around though, just being an oracle-shaped nuisance for Reynor. All 3 here? Yeah. Activate, picking one of them off. Oh, not quite getting a drone. ShoWTimE pulls away the injured one though, goes back in for a little bit more, gonna get 4 of them. Reynor gonna opt to completely sacrifice and throw away some Zerglings on the other side of the map. Not usually the most healthy decision for your Zerglings. Plenty of defenses around for ShoWTimE. Who's looking to really round out that tech tree. Getting the Robo Bay. Robo on the way. That's a second Robo, might I add. Blink's about to finish up, getting that +1. Are we going to see? We've already got an Immortal on the way. What's from the Robo Bay? You have to place your bets. I'm hoping for Colossi, personally. Reynor looks to be going kind of a Zerg stew at this point. He's got some lings, some roaches. I saw the Hydra Den on the way too. And both of these players just healthily macroing up. ShoWTimE wants that 4th base. Reynor probably wants that 100 drone count. Getting the Hydras out, getting all their research, their upgrades. We will follow the Observer as it goes to right here to spy on that cloaked Thor. Did you know there's a cloaked Thor under construction on this map? That's a terrifying premise to me. Last thing I think Thors need is the ability to cloak too. Roach is going to start to knock on the door. Will Queens actually be here to support? The creep spread is looking mighty fine to help the Queens be present, attack against this base. How's ShoWTimE's defense though? Still got all of the oracles. ShoWTimE really lost minimal forces. The early game adepts, a stasis ward gonna be tripped by just a couple of Zerglings. Thermal Lance, barely halfway done, +2 likewise. Stalker's gonna blink for transfusing the cocoon. One of them is gonna be picked off. The Zerg force is going to commit a couple of force fields here. Reynor rightfully backing up. ShoWTimE. The wall's defenses being tested, being probed. Reynor activating those stasis wards with just 1 to 2 Zerglings at a time. Looking great. Reynor splitting up most of the forces. Forcing ShoWTimE to split up as well, perhaps. Yeah, a couple Colossi over here. This is a full wall off, though. I like to see it. Most of the forces over here are actually Zerglings, so that's really going to come into play. Okay. Very well. ShoWTimE stepping a little far away from that base to take out a few queens. Stasis trap gonna be triggered a little more successfully for the Protoss. But unbeknownst to the Protoss, the true threat lurks from above. The dropper lord's already set to rally in and drop. Will the ground forces outside commit at the same time, I wonder? Gonna drop its Ravagers, its Hydras, it's not Banes, it's not Ultras, thank goodness. But it's still a problem. They're gonna start generating some creep. I don't think there's any queens in here though. And it looks like ShoWTimE not gonna give Reynor the opportunity to commit out on the map. Most of the forces that were called back here for the defense, Talkers taking some biles, a little bit of a bad blink there. The rest of the Protoss army though, there's a force out going home. Come on, ShoWTimE. The dropper lords just having their day, taking a few stalker shots as they go on with their business. The Zerg force is quickly trying to regroup. ShoWTimE pulling those Protoss back, pulling the Archons back. I think you could have pressured the hatchery, potentially lost some forces. Could have done it though. Recall initiated. What's it gonna be? Oh, a couple Colossus, 2 Colossi, 2 Archons, and 2 Immortals. The Noah's Ark recall there. Changelings left outside here. Will they be picked off? Are they on hold position? Blocking the construction of that gateway. ShoWTimE wants that wall back up and running now. He says, get that up yesterday. Not sure about being out on the map with this split army. Recall's already down. Colossi gonna be picked off. Lurkers have shown themselves. There is an Oracle for Revelation tag. The rest of the Protoss army gonna reinforce from the south though. Things looking to be just fine for ShoWTimE at this time. Lurkers not doing the damage I think Reynor was hoping for. I think Reynor was really trying to get a sneak attack, a surprise with the Lurkers right there. Oh, the Immortal gonna be yoinked. Lurkers on the left, Roaches on the right. Protoss looking to just go more and more to the left, it seems. Might be able to cancel this hatchery on the far side. The Viper's pulling one of the Colossi. Ooh, a blinding cloud goes out as well. Not too sure how effective the blinding cloud was. Were the Lurkers picked off? Oh, the Lurkers were picked off. It is up to the Roaches and the Hydras. The drones paying the real price. Some pain and suffering goes out. 14 of them gonna fall. The hatchery, likewise, quickly destroyed. ShoWTimE? You pull back at this point. I feel like you're okay to just take a minute, take a breath, pull back. You destroyed the hatchery, reinforce. Although ShoWTimE is maxed out already. So why not just keep going? Do these Templar have Storm? They don't have Storm. Perhaps it's just a trick. Feedbacks are the real interest here. Try and stop the Vipers from doing their vipery things. Whether it's yoinking around, abducting with that megaton. Oh. Get out of here, Cosmos. Kicking Cosmos not able to handle the conflict here between the Protoss robotic forces. This is a ton of Immortals, too. There are 9 Immortals on the field. My gosh. No wonder ShoWTimE's so close to being maxed out. We're going up to 12 Immortals. Okay then. Thank goodness there's no air units from the Zerg. Those Immortals would be in for a bit of trouble, bit of pain. Revelation goes out against the Lurker. Ling on the right. Roaches contending with the army decently enough. ShoWTimE trying to get everything together, it seems. Meanwhile, a run-by occurs. Gonna cancel that Nexus. Reynor looking to get a little bit of damage, trying to even this up, perhaps. The Lings quickly shooed away. by Immortals 11 and 12. Quickly, we're getting 13 too. Oh, a blinding cloud onto the ramp with lurkers on the high ground. I think an ideal spot for the Zerg. Try and force those units to just walk up the ramp. ShoWTimE not going to take the bait though, backing up. Instead, going to try and get some Zealots in the main base. Zealot-shaped fires amidst the Zerg main. The drones not evacuating far enough. Lurkers should be able to help clean this up. But at what cost? Another warp-in is done. You going for the pool? Oh my word. Reynor's gonna need another spawning pool. Pool has been poisoned. Pool has been gone. There's not even a second on the map at this point. Reynor starts that up right away. Lurker's gonna try and be morphed in, saving some of those Hydras, or perhaps just helping them realize their full potential. The Lurker larva, of course, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, we are getting Size Storm. There's 5 Templar out on the field. Looks like they do have a little bit of energy and way too much confidence. Walking up that ramp. Not even your water balloon attack can save you from that bad decision. Stasis Ward tripping up. Decent amount of roaches over here. Prism still being annoying in the main base. They're both really just trying to cause some annoyances for everybody. Everybody involved here. The cannon's gonna complete, which means the roaches could have tried something, but the 4 Immortals would have quickly shut them down. Reynor, perhaps rightfully recognizing that. Lurker, Hydra, Viper, the composition of choice. Lurker's going to start to burrow. A stasis ward onto 3 of them, though, as they burrow. Do you know that could happen? I'm not sure I've seen that happen. I'm glad it didn't, like, stasis them halfway through the burrow. That would have been a very awkward sight. Protoss forces on the high ground, not really able to move in at this time. There is an observer, but there's only one. It's a little difficult to really get in there. I think ShoWTimE, recognizing and agreeing with that assessment, is actually just going to head across the map here. Perhaps a bit of a base trade. Base race on our hands. The Vipers pulling those Immortals into the Hydra clump. The battery overcharge really helping out one of those Zealots for a few seconds. Rope's gonna be picked off, the Nexus destroyed, and the Lurkers moving towards the right. ShoWTimE. It's a full-blown base race. Holy Immortal. 4, 8, 10 right here. Oh my gosh. The 11th is somewhere. Not sure where. He might be the only hope for the defense here. The Zealots have given up on their life purpose. The Lurkers starting to take down those cannons. Archon's thinking about engaging, but maybe not the best idea for them. I think ShoWTimE's hope here is the carriers. There's 2 observers just sitting here, observing the Nexus. God. Zealots sent across. Reynor knocked down to a very impressive 2 bases and 1 extractor. Things are not looking good here. ShoWTimE left on quite a bit more bases, quite a bit more economy, but the game is still young, is it not? And there's 20 lurkers on the field here. Unfortunately, though, the carriers are quite an issue. One of them's going to be picked off, but there's just not enough Hydras to really contest it. The Zealots, oh god, they get in the natural. The Lurker Den's going to be destroyed. Without the Lurker Den, is the Hydra Den still around? The Hydra Den is still around, but there's just not enough economy anymore. We are looking at whatever is on screen. Whatever's on map, essentially. Which consists of 24 Lurkers. 10 Hydras, 2 Vipers. Up against 2 Carriers, 2 Colossi, and 8 Archons, and 11 Immortals. I don't know, guys. I'm really liking the sound of the Protoss composition here. There's one High Templar, two, three-ish High Templar that have energy for storms too. I think Reynor may have actually kind of doomed himself holding the lurker button down a bit too much. Some nice storms tickling the Circ forces as they move up the ramp. 3 lurkers actually gonna die to that storm. ShoWTimE's defense holding for now. Lurker in the main base. Will he get the Nexus? Not right now. Looks like he's going for the pylon. Fleet beacon, maybe. The rest of the Protoss army. Oh my gosh, this is the only building left. And the Archons find it. ShoWTimE, I think, has done it. He's gonna destroy it. Wait. No, there's more Extractors. The pros go after it. The lurker, can he hold the defense? Oh my word. The Zealot joins the crew. I think they're going after the drone. Is this it? This is it. This is the last building. It's down. No, the probe can't get it. Oh my gosh, the rest of the Protoss army starts to work its way over here. Slowly but surely. Reynor doesn't give him the satisfaction. Reynor's gonna tap out with only 1 extractor left on the board. Just not enough hope for a victory. Too many lurkers, not enough buildings. An entertaining and beautiful match nonetheless, though. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.